Thank you for joining, and I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Last weekend, we held the 13th induction ceremony for the Montgomery County Human Rights Hall of Fame at the Black Rock Center for the Performing Arts. Our Human Rights Hall of Fame is more than a celebration of individual achievements. It's a testament to the values that make Montgomery County what it is, a place where diversity is celebrated, inclusivity is central to our culture, and human rights are a priority. This year, we welcomed 6 individuals into the Hall of Fame. These folks are former county executive, Doug Duncan, former First Lady of Montgomery County, Catherine Leggett, former Congress member, Connie Morello, former delegate, Reverend Dr. Gareth Murray, DAR Carr's executive and Montgomery County NAACP member, Shirlene Lucas, and founder of the Prathertown Community Development Corporation, Carl Prather Sr. Each of them has made remarkable contributions to our community through governance, advocacy, community building, and lifting up those who need it the most. Their work reminds us of the impact one person can have when they're committed to advancing human rights and creating opportunities for others. Our Hall of Fame inductees inspire all of us to continue the hard work of creating a better future for everyone. As I said at the event, our work to ensure human rights and civil rights for all is never done. We have flaws to address, and there's more progress to be made. Together, we'll keep doing the work to build a more equitable and inclusive Montgomery County. One common New Year's resolution is to improve professional skills, obtain a new job, or increase income. WorkSource Montgomery may be able to help with those goals. We don't talk enough about WorkSource Montgomery, which provides employment and training services to local job seekers. They're unsung heroes in the work they do to change lives. Last weekend, I attended the American Muslim Senior Society's Certified Nursing Assistants Achievement Recognition and Networking event. We recognize the achievements of certified nursing assistants, often referred to as CNAs, certified medical technicians, and geriatric nursing assistants who have completed the CNA Scholarship and Employment Program. These are the people who do some of the hardest and most important work in healthcare, and I was proud to celebrate them. This program empowers individuals in our county to pursue meaningful careers in healthcare. Workforce training programs like this one, especially in high-demand industries, are critical for both our economy and for equity. They create pathways to good jobs. According to WorkSource Montgomery, registered nurses and nursing assistants are the top 2 jobs in healthcare in the industry, accounting for over 16% of industry jobs combined. These roles are projected to add more than almost any other occupation in the coming years. That means these careers are a path to long-term economic stability for many individuals and families in our county. And that's why programs like CNA Scholarship and Employment Program are so important. They connect people to training and opportunities that they need to succeed. Through WorkSource Montgomery, we're providing workforce and career-ready training programs like this one to meet the needs of our residents and our economy. WorkSource Montgomery's Executive Director, Anthony Featherstone, joined me in my weekly media briefing and highlighted their outreach.
You can check out our community asset map at WorkSourceMontgomery.com if you want to know about the 100+ partners that are part of the Community Workforce Network. And also I'd like to mention that there's a current grant for nonprofit organizations through the Community Workforce Network for general operational support if you are providing workforce or workforce adjacent services. And so we're excited about that. Please reach out to us, check our website out if you want to learn more information about that network and the programs and services we offer to our most vulnerable residents.
You can learn more about their job and career training opportunities at WorkSourceMontgomery.com. The nonprofit organizations that serve and provide support to county residents need your support. The county budget is tight, the state is facing its own budget challenges, and we don't know what might happen at the federal level. Private sector and individual donor support for our nonprofit community is more important than ever now. We know that the end of the year is a critical time for nonprofits. End of year giving represents a significant portion of annual fundraising for many organizations. A large percentage of donations often come in December, as people choose to give to charity and benefit from tax deductions. If a person, business, or organization is in a position to give, I encourage them to do so. Supporting our nonprofits helps strengthen the safety net for our neighbors and our families. Bridget Howe, the director of nonprofit Montgomery, was on our media briefing this week, and she said the following.
Nonprofit Montgomery is an alliance of nonprofits that provide services to Montgomery County residents. We provide training and technical assistance to support operational excellence related to financial management, human resources, outcomes evaluation, and other back office activities. And we work closely with county government to ensure that nonprofit concerns are heard. Coming up in March, we're going to be releasing a report on the State of Montgomery County Nonprofits 2025. And for that report, we did an intensive survey of county nonprofits, and we're not surprised to discover that funding is a major concern, paired with the ever-increasing costs of operating as businesses.
Our nonprofits serve many of the most vulnerable members of our community. They're doing their work that is an extension of government, and we need to support them. Last week at the Maryland Association of Counties, Governor Moore outlined two significant challenges: the state's $2.7 billion budget shortfall and uncertainty about federal support with upcoming change in the administration. He made it clear that economic growth is essential to addressing these challenges while protecting critical priorities like education, healthcare, childcare, transportation, public safety, and housing. The governor highlighted Maryland's economic growth of only 3% between 2017 and 2022, compared to 11% nationally. To address these challenges, the governor announced an executive order this week focused on economic competitiveness. He highlighted statewide permitting issues, and streamlining the permitting process is something that I've been working on since day one in this government. He also explained that we need to focus on key sectors like life sciences, IT, and aerospace defense, areas where our county leads the state and the region. He's also committed to improving coordination between state and local governments, which I strongly support, to better align our efforts. We are well positioned to help lead on these issues, from life sciences to affordable housing to strong public safety initiatives. The governor knows this. He has been here, and it's been a world of difference working with him compared to his predecessor. Last week, Fairfax County, Virginia Supervisor Jeff McKay said the following about transportation infrastructure in Maryland. They're not going to say this publicly, but I think they believe that if people can't get across the two bridges, they'll stop coming to Virginia to work, and ultimately they'll take jobs in Maryland, and that will help their economic development. To me, that's the most absurd economic development vision of all time. So I want to start by saying I have a lot of respect for Supervisor McKay. I've enjoyed working with him at COG, and I talked to him a lot about how Northern Virginia's tax policies have helped drive development there. I'm often the only Maryland elected official in the room at various economic development events and meetings in Northern Virginia to learn more about how they operate. While Supervisor McKay's suggestion that Maryland intentionally doesn't want to fix the Beltway traffic is inaccurate, if not absurd, I do understand his frustration because I'm frustrated too. First and foremost, when former Governor Hogan announced his plan for the Beltway and I-270 in 2018, I spoke right after him at this meeting in Bethesda, and I said, if you're serious about unclogging the Beltway, then you need to start at the bridge. I said this because Governor Hogan wasn't even talking about the bridge. I've said that repeatedly to both the previous and current governors. When dealing with the American Legion Bridge, whatever we do on either side of the current structure is just speeding people to a choke point. The bridge is essential to Montgomery County, Fairfax County, and frankly, a very large portion of commercial traffic moving up and down the eastern seaboard. We know the work Virginia is completing on their side of the Beltway will soon reach the bridge. With more federal employees returning to work and increasing traffic on our roads, the urgency of this project can't be overstated. Without a coordinated effort to address the bridge itself, we risk creating an even more severe bottleneck that will only worsen traffic and delays. While the bridge is Maryland's responsibility, as it has been since King Charles I decreed that our state owns the Potomac River all the way to the Virginia shore, the impact of this structure extends far beyond state lines. It is a shared problem that we should be addressing together. That's why the best thing we can do right now is hope that the Federal Highway Administration approves the funding for the Maryland's Department of Transportation so we can begin work on this project. The state has already submitted for the additional funding and cleared the first hurdle. So if Mr. McKay thinks we're not doing anything, he's actually wrong. To help make this happen sooner than later, though, we need the assistance of Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin as well as their congressional delegation. I would ask Supervisor McKay to please assist us in these efforts. It's time for everyone to come together and ensure this vital piece of infrastructure receives the attention and resources that it needs. I hope the Federal Highway Administration can act urgently and approve Maryland's application for these funds. Delays will only make the problem worse for everyone who depends on this bridge. There's an issue I want to address, and it's deeply troubling. That's the latest racist incident at Wooten High School. The delay in acknowledging what happened and notifying parents was unacceptable. I appreciate the superintendent's response now and the actions taken, which have real consequences. But the initial response fell short of what our community deserves. This incident looks similar to situations at Lakelands Park and Ridgeville Middle Schools, where communication with parents was handled more promptly and with greater urgency. It's disheartening that we continue to see incidents of hate speech targeting race, religion, or identity in our schools and community. Let me be clear, hate speech is unacceptable anywhere in Montgomery County. It must be taken seriously, and there must be clear, swift consequences. Earlier this month, we launched a new hate bias incident complaint portal and telephone hotline to make it easier for residents to report hate bias incidents to the Montgomery County Police Department. If you need to report an incident, you can also visit montgomerycountymaryland.gov/report-hate or call the county's 311 call center from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Monday through Friday. Even if an incident doesn't rise to the level of a crime, reporting it helps us track trends and take action to address hate in our community. You can also report incidents anonymously, although anonymous reports won't receive the follow-up from MCPD. Let's work together to ensure that Montgomery County remains a place where everyone feels safe, valued, and respected. Holiday week is here now. Over the next week and a half, many of you will be celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and everything else you can imagine. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season filled with joy, peace, and time with loved ones. Montgomery County government offices will be closed on Wednesday the 25th and Wednesday, January 1st. This is a special time of year, and we want everyone to enjoy it responsibly. Over the last month, Montgomery County Police Department Alcohol Holiday Task Force has arrested 137 people for driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. That number is just for the task force. DUI arrests overall are even higher. The message is simple. If you're going to drink or use cannabis to celebrate, don't get behind the wheel. Make a plan to get home safely. I also want to remind everyone that COVID-19, RSV, and the flu are still circulating in our community. If you're feeling unwell or planning to gather with immunocompromised people, please consider wearing a mask or staying home. We hope you have a wonderful holiday season, and let's all do our part to make it safe and healthy for everyone. That's all for this week. I'll see you next week for my annual top 10 list of biggest news and events in Montgomery County this year. In the meantime, take care and have a great holiday.